You talking about tomorrow?
Following a riveting game up in the Motor City, the action heads south on this Thanksgiving Day, deep in the heart of Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where today we've got a good matchup, as good as we could ask for, as part of the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration, the Chiefs and the Cowboys on EA Sports. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Right to the air is Mahomes. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. The Cowboys at 7-4 on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Now Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Prescott to throw it. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. 4th down, Prescott. That is caught and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for him to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for him. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Here's Prescott. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 4. They go again with Pierce. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Dameon Pierce with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Brought down at the 20. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as he's down to the 11. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That's to the running back, Jaden Blue. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a toss, left side, it's Blue. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Prescott now. Now he'll tuck this and run. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now it's Smith running right. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now here's Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He'll try to pick it up himself. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to stretch out their lead. Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
On play action, Prescott. Got an open man. That's David the Joker, the tight end. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. throwing. Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now a 2nd and 10. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. That's into the hands of Toby. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing,
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands. We want to hit
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
To throw is Prescott. And the Chiefs are going to get him. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11.
That nigga got 3 sacks, and it's his breakout game. That nigga got 3 sacks.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A good pickup there at 22. The first and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Now he's free at the 35. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Dameon Pierce, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown.
That was gonna happen eventually, bro. That kick return's gonna happen. I don't know why he kept kicking it like that, though.
You're gonna make him quit in only 35. It's not even halftime yet. It's 35-16.
I know, but it's not my fault. It's not. I've been playing football. I just been balling, man.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Prescott now from the 50. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Off the play fake, Prescott. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They go with Blue between the tackles. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it a gain of 1 yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Prescott. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Tolbert from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. And Xavier Worthy, 46 yards. And the Chiefs add 6 to their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Here's Prescott. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now Prescott. And that is taken in by Njoku. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and goal at the 5.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go. Here we go, 40. Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it into the end zone.
Like, come on, bro. I put that nigga on him and everything. Like, stuff like, come on, bro. Nick Bolton is hawking that nigga 10 times out of 10.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. And it'll be intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simple execution How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Pierce now up the middle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Mahomes now to throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mahomes going to throw. And it's caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Prescott now. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Prescott to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Go, get out there, get out there. There you go, 47.
To throw is Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a second and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me, bro. I'm back there, bro.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
I'm back
Cowboys
there,
have got it
bro.
back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 92 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Motion man right is Rice. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now a 2nd and 2. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he hit, touchdown!
And Xavier Worthy, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Oh, Prescott stripped. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Another carry for Pierce. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out the game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is 2nd and 8. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Chiefs use the short field to get in for 6. Butker now to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
At the 25-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another Touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Prescott off play action.
Now he's going to step up and run. Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Prescott.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Now Prescott. This is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest.
Already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence. This time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't wanna hear no chat about. If you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat. While you want space and a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low, then I think you should leave that after the tone. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything. Anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave you everything. See, I would've done anything for you. Now you won't pick up when I call you. It was late night texting to a yawning. Nowadays I'm overthinking till the morning. Switched up and turned without a warning. But I know my heart forever bleed. Truth is that strangers like magicians. Never knew them tricks were up your sleeve. Hey, I'm sick of this back and forth. It's starting to get contagious. I had to put the bridges out you built. What I felt inside would have been outrageous. Stop acting, think I believe that. That's catfish, poor performance. What's your number, please, or contact. Buzz you up so I can call that a ballin'. Can't tell me like, what do you want? Yeah, tell me like, what do you need? French tip when you're doing your feet. New LV when you fly overseas. Call plumbing cause I'm at a band swimming cause I'm in a D. Don't call me, you already know. I'm on the road and you for the streets. Young on and ain't the same. I guess we're on different things. I guess now we're distant strangers. You said it's no fun to blame, but I was not the one to change. I was not the one to save you. You were my everything. Now I regret everything. I wanted you here with me, but you didn't want that. I'll do anything. I don't know what's you're in. I wanted you here with me, but it was too much to ask for. You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything. Anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave you everything. Just come outside for the night. Take your time, get your light. Dirty The career's more at stake when you in your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a peace of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. But I can boot you either pink or brown. I'm the one that introduced you to the you right now. Oh my God, that babe, well alright, tryna fight.
shot, I been in it deep in. She not in the scene. She tryna go. I just been tripping out. This whole nother level shot. I got it on their toes. I put the on the road. She tryna. Oh, hold up. I got this me. She tryna show me something. Hold up. I got flows for days. Ain't on nothing. Me and my bro like me. You know we on one. We in the spot going crazy until the sun up. You worried about that? My shows up. All in the kitchen can't get the cold up. Hold up. Yeah. Like they know it. Double O cactus that we told us. Switch out the baddie, get rolled up. Everything hit, everything.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. Out of my way.